Keep your voice down and watch your step. I don't want this thing to hear us coming. All right, headlamps on. Get a load of that. I gather we aren't the first hunters to come this way. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this job. They're not paying us enough. What was that?
We are not the hunters here. The Kafda is hunting us.
Take it easy, Mbeki. I don't believe in fairy tales. It's probably just...
Kill the lights!
See? Nothing to worry about.
Get out! Run!
It had been years since I'd last set foot on my family's land. My father was never an easy man to get along with, but I knew how much this hunt meant to him. I had no idea what was waiting for us in those cold woods. No idea that my life was about to change forever.
Open your eyes, son. Feast your gaze upon one of the finest sights in all creation. The first time we walked these woods, you boys were just pups. I had to carry you up the trail on my shoulders. You wanted to hold my rifle, but your hands were too small for the trigger. Your ancestors were among the first settlers to lay eyes on those hills. For 7 generations, the Rainsfords have hunted these woods, fished in these streams. This land is in our blood. Listen, boys. The wind is talking. It says, "Welcome home."
I thought I heard the wind say something about picking up a sandwich before we hump all the way out here.
I don't know what passes for hunting with those yahoos in town, but up here we do things differently. No eating, no jawing, and so help me, if I hear that cell phone of yours go off...
I'm not the one who needs a hunting lesson, Dad. Cole here can't remember the last time he chased anything that wasn't wearing a skirt.
Your brother has a point, Cole. How long has it been?
You do remember which end the bullets come out of, right?
Why don't you start with some target practice? Put a few rounds downrange with that new rifle of yours. See if you remember what I taught you.
Here comes a flock of geese. Let's see how you handle that shotgun.
Not bad. Of course, you'll never be the marksman your brother here is. I suppose that can't be helped. You favor your mother's side of the family. She wasn't cut out for this country. Oh, I expect she's more comfortable down south with her shopping malls and tofu salads. What about you, boy? You turned vegetarian yet? My father brought me here on my 18th birthday, just as his father brought him. For 200 years, every son of this family has proven his manhood by a hunter's rite of passage, as was the custom of the local tribes.
We've heard the story 100 times, Pop.
Don't interrupt me, boy. You listen up. Today isn't just about Cole. It's about the future of this family. We own the land you're standing on, and everything you can see. One day, it'll all be yours. But only if you can prove yourself worthy of that legacy. You can start by showing proper respect for this family's traditions.
I'll make you proud, sir. I swear it.
Well, I have no doubt about that. But today is your brother's day. I tracked a 6x6 bull up here last night. He's yours, if you can take him. Go on now. We'll be listening for the sound of your shot. I expect a clean kill.
Not bad, bro.
Well, that's a clean kill. Could be you got some of me in you after all, boy. Quickly now, we need to do this fast, while the blood's still warm.
Whoa, that's kind of gross.
Gross? Boy, that there's a delicacy. Breakfast is served. Fresh elk heart. Bon appetit.
Can I try some?
No, this here is Cole's heart. You'll get yours when the time comes. That's the spirit. Tastes good, don't it? The scent of a kill can carry for miles up here. We need to get this bull hung and dressed before something smells—
Dad! Behind you! Are you all right, Pop? I think Cole just saved your life.
You never leave a wounded animal running loose in the woods! You shoot an animal, you shoot to kill.
Come on, Pop. Cole was just—
No excuses, no exceptions. Here's the blood trail. Cole, you are gonna track this cat. Your brother and I'll circle around and cut for sign. If we see him, we'll flush him your way. Get moving.
Wow, looks like you're going home with 2 trophies today.
This isn't about trophies. A wounded predator is a deadly serious matter. Pain makes the beast violent and unpredictable. A fact I am reminded of every time I look in the mirror.
How come you never talk about those scars, Pop? You got those in Africa, right?
It appears we have uninvited guests. Smells like poachers. Cole, you take the left. Adrian, you go right. I'll come around from the back.
We found a new campsite in a high clearing surrounded by virgin forest. The woods around here are filled with deer and elk, maybe even wolves. I've never seen such beautiful country.
They're all dead. Oh, God. You don't think that cougar we shot...
No mountain lion did this. Fire's still warm. No more than 12 hours. Looks like hikers. 3 men and a woman. They must have been lost. They're probably still here, sleeping off the meal.
What could have done this, Pop?
You tell me. Spread out. Look for trail sign.
Cole found something! It's a grizzly bear, no doubt about it.
A grizzly?
Is something wrong, Pop?
Nothing. It's just not what I expected.
I know this might sound strange, Dad, but I don't think this is a coincidence.
What's that supposed to mean?
We need to go after this bear, Dad. Stop this grizzly before it kills somebody else.
It seems your brother doesn't agree.
Don't give me that look, Cole. I'm not your kid brother anymore. I can track and shoot better than you. I'm going after that bear. Alone, if I need to.
You won't be alone. We'll hunt this bear together. If you have a problem with that, Cole, feel free to hike back to the lodge and pack your bags. But if you walk away now, don't you ever come back.
It came from up there!
Wait! Hold your fire! Oh, fool boy! Avalanche! Get moving! Go! Go!
The men of my family had hunted in those woods for 200 years. We never imagined that forest might be home to predators even more dangerous than ourselves.
said it was just a bird, but I'm pretty sure he's lying.
I ran towards the sound of the wounded bear, fearing that the grizzly would find my brother before I could stop it. But I was wrong about who was hunting who.
Bro, that was unbelievable! I just got here. I wanted to help, but I couldn't get a clear shot. Dude, are you alright? You look like you're about to have a stroke, man. Take it easy. Don't try to talk. You can tell me about it back at the house. I haven't seen Dad since the avalanche. I don't know where he... Did you hear that? Oh, God!
10 years passed. My father and I hardly spoke, neither of us willing to forgive the other or ourselves for Adrian's death. My father retired to live in seclusion on his private game reserve in Uganda, while I made a name for myself as a professional hunter. After 10 years without a word, my father reached out to me. Soon we would hunt together again. Not for sport this time, but for redemption.
It's good to see you, Cole. It's been what, 10 years? Too long for a father to be deprived the company of his only son. I see you still have few words for your old man. I can't blame you. Some wounds take more than time to heal. I'm glad you came anyway. There's no one I'd rather have at my side on this hunt. Except maybe Mbeki here.
Your reputation precedes you, Cole Rainsford. It will be an honor to hunt alongside you.
And Becky here is the finest tracker in Africa. Now when he talks, you listen. His people have been hunting big game in these parts since Adam and Eve. I've hunted all over the world. I've seen terrible things. Man-eaters, predators driven mad by hunger and disease. But I have never seen anything like what's happening where we're headed. The attacks began a few weeks ago. Whole families carried off in the night. Nobody knows what's doing the killing. Some say it's a pride of lions, driven to desperation by disease or drought. Becky here doesn't buy that theory. I reckon I don't either. Make no mistake, son. These beasts we're hunting are pure evil. I know what you're thinking. Words like good and evil have no place in the natural world. You'd be right about that. There ain't nothing natural about these.
Rainsford, hang on!
Dr. Bauer and I have not yet been able to identify the predator species responsible for the recent attacks. Physical evidence is sketchy at best, and the few eyewitness accounts we've heard stretch the limits of credibility. Dr. Bauer is not prepared to rule out the possibility that a pride of lions are responsible for the recent attacks. However, the invasion of inhabited homes suggests a level of habituation rarely found among big cats. One of the most troubling aspects of this case concerns the ineffectiveness of traps and poisons against these mysterious predators. It's as though these animals have learned to recognize and avoid such traps by sight.
For the first time since the day Adrian died, I was no longer certain of my own place at the top of the food chain. I knew then how my ancestors must have felt, struggling to survive in a hostile wilderness where the hunter is both predator and prey.
Young Rainsford, I can see you now. day, I stopped the villagers from attacking a woman. They said the woman was a witch, and that she had summoned a dark creature called the Cabela to prey upon them. I remember my grandfather speaking to the Cabela when I was a child. The villagers are burning the savannah. They believe the attacks on their families are the work of a demon, the Kaftar. They say the Kaftar is a shapeshifter, half man, half beast, like a werewolf, only much worse. The people are mad with fear. They burn the savannah to purge the Kaftar's evil. I see in your eyes you do not believe in such things as demons. But I ask you, what animal kills for pleasure? Even the famous lions of Savo were driven to kill by hunger, but these beasts leave the bodies of the dead where they fall. The villagers have tried traps, poison, all useless. Perhaps the creatures we hunt are not animals at all. I ask you, what is more frightening? The thought of a beast with the mind of a man, or a man with the soul of a beast? The wound is not clean, and we need antibiotics to stop the infection. There is a petrol facility not far from here, but I cannot walk. I fear I will die here. You are a good man, Cole Rainsford. You remind me of a man I once knew, a good friend. I pray that you will not meet the same fate he did. Quickly! I will drive! Protect the truck!
The flames washed across the savannah like a tidal wave, driving the herds into a massive stampede. We heard the buffalo coming long before we could see them. An avalanche of clashing horns and thundering hooves.
Don't let down your guard! Up ahead! Shoot! Shoot! Well done, young Redfoot! Take it down! I've got a bad feeling about this! Protect the truck! This road is terrible! Hold on! There's another head! Up ahead! I'm going through! Make every shot count! Make every shot count! Protect the truck! Well done, young Redfoot! Here they come again! Pray we don't get stuck! Shoot! Shoot! Beautiful creatures, but the most deadly in all Africa! I can't shake them! Watch out! In the tree! Up ahead! In the tree! Ancestors, protect us!
The rhino hit like a runaway train. 2,000 pounds of bone and armored muscle. The raging flames had driven the beast mad. I knew nothing short of my own death would quench the fury in the rhino's heart.
You saved my leg and my life. I am in your debt. The friend I spoke of before, you are much like him. My friend died a long time ago, but his spirit lives on in you. You should not have come to Africa. I would not see you fall victim to the same curse that destroyed your father. Go home. You will find nothing here but death.
When I came to my senses, night had fallen and Mbeki was gone. The savannah burned all around me, painting the night sky crimson and gold. But the heat of those flames paled in comparison to the fire burning inside me as I set out on Mbeki's trail.
I have enlisted the help of a master hunter, an American named Samson Rainsford, who lives not far from here. I told Rainsford of the Kathdar. To my great surprise, he believed me. Rainsford said he had hunted this creature before, and would do so again. I gathered the village men and told them to bring their trucks to the petrol station. My grandfather said only fire can destroy the Kafdar. The destruction will be terrible, but we have no choice. We must act now, before we are all dead.
I could now see the lights of my father's hunting lodge glowing in the distance, looking down on me like the eyes of some nocturnal predator. An icy dread crept through my guts as I entered the forest and came upon the ruins of an abandoned military camp. The soldiers were long gone, but as I would soon discover, a new army had emerged from the jungle to take their place.
I knew you would come. You have too much of your father in you to stay away. This is where I first met your father 30 years ago. It was a secret place, an evil place. We should have burned it to the ground. You seek the truth. Perhaps you will find it here among the bones of the dead.
monsters. Living weapons on a leash.
Watch your step. There are mines everywhere. The mines are sensitive to vibrations. Move slowly and listen for the sound of a motion detector.
Professional hunters to capture rare specimens for study. Maggie and I have signed on to bag the Kaftar. That's what they call it anyway. Locals say it's some kind of demon. As far as I can tell, we're hunting a new breed of hyena. Smarter, bigger than usual, but an animal just the same. Research staff lost control. People started dying. They called in soldiers, but it was already too late. Becky and I are pulling out tonight. We won't be coming back. I can't stop them! I don't have much time left. Come to me. I want to see your face one last time.
Did you find the truth you seek? No, of course not. You will not be satisfied until you have looked into the eyes of the beast. Your father ordered me to bring you to him, but after what you did for me, my conscience would not permit it. I came here to kill the Kafdar myself. Beware, go. The creature devoured your father's heart. The evil lives on in his blood. The only cure is death.
As I stepped into the yawning mouth of the cave, I heard a sound like the laughter of devils echoing in the bowels of hell. I could feel eyes watching me from the darkness, though whether it was my father's gaze I felt, or the eyes of the beast, I will never know.
Welcome home, son. It's been too long since we hunted together.
The captured specimen has been called Crocuta cryptidae, though we still don't know whether we are dealing with a unique aberration or a new species of hyena. Dr. Alpert says he plans to use a new technology called DNA sequencing to identify the species. Sounds like science fiction to me.
wanted to see my boys forged into men, as I was forged, and my father before me, by a baptism of blood. You were the eldest, but you were weak, untested. Don't you see? I needed an heir worthy of our family name. All this time, I thought the wrong son died that day. Could be I was wrong about that.
I never thought you'd make it this far. I can see now. I've been wrong about a lot of things.
I should have listened to him, Becky. He told me I'd lost my mind. All these years, planning, preparing for this day. And now that you're finally here, I can't bear to watch another son die. It's time for you to go, son, before it's too late. Come on, I'll show you the way out.
Watch your step. The whole place is booby-trapped. I see your brother's face in my dreams. You boys deserve better than this. Both of you. I know I wasn't the father you wanted. And I need you to know, Cole, how proud I am of the man you have...
The beast is real, boy. I know you don't believe. I didn't believe it either. But it's real. As real as you or me. It's close now. Can you feel it? When it's done with me, it'll come for you. It's almost here.
Dr. Elbert has ordered the destruction of all research materials related to the Nightfall program. I can't bear the thought of all of our work being erased. I've arranged for one of the hunters, an American named Rainsford, to smuggle some of my files out of the country. With that data, I should be able to resurrect the program at a later date.
I stepped through the trapdoor and emerged in the hall of my father's house. In that moment, I felt a strange mixture of horror and relief. My worst fears had been realized, but I knew then that I had finally reached the end of my journey. One way or another, the nightmare would soon be over.